Blue sky come bearing up before us. We hang on the hem of your gown. Blue sky come, promise not to leave us. Tarry not to our town. There's a darkness in the valley, heavy branches crack and split. If we holler, will you hurry? Can you hear us through the wind? Blue sky calm, dancing in between us. Take us up, lay us down. Blue sky calm, promise not to leave us. Tarry not to our town.
Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maddie, and today we are doing another one of my vlogs. I started this vlog yesterday. I showed y'all my PT routine and then I started not feeling well at all, so I just didn't pick up the camera again. But it is currently Thursday. I went to my eye doctor so I could get contacts. Right now I have the contacts in and they're not comfortable, and I'm pretty sure they're giving me a headache, so I don't know if those are going to work out or not. And to give y'all a little update on this week earlier, since I know it is Thursday, I went to Atlanta for a doctor's appointment to get my Botox for my migraines, and then I also went to an ENT and I talked to him about the fluid on my ears, and he thinks the ear pain and stuff that I'm having might not actually be from the fluid on my ears, but TMJ dysfunction. So I'm having to go through things for that to get that figured out. Anyways, kind of the updates for this week. But now I'm going to rest for a few minutes because I feel tired, and like I said, my head's hurting. We determined if it's just a regular headache or if it's from these contacts. I'm only leaving the contacts in for 4 hours. Since I haven't had contacts in like 2 years, I had to like work my way up to full time. So we'll see if my head feels better once I take the contacts out in 4 hours. But anyways, there you go. Just wanted to say hello, trying to get this vlog started. Hopefully it'll go better today than it did yesterday. So we put up a sample of the paint. I'm so sad because you can't tell what color it is. I think I'll take a picture and put it up here for y'all. But we have it picked out and we're painting this weekend. So I'm about to clean up this room because it's kind of a mess right now and we need it ready to go for like tomorrow.
There's a violence under our feet, running stitches through our homes. Bring a lantern, bring it quickly. Joy's not to be a crone. Blue sky come, hearken to our chorus. Tie us to golden crown. Blue sky come, promise not to leave us. Tarry not to our town. Tarry not to our town.
I think I've talked to y'all since yesterday, but it's currently Friday night and I had a pretty fun day. I went to lunch with my, well, first I had PT, which isn't necessarily fun, but I went there. They upped my exercises, like resistance wise and stuff, so eventually I'll show y'all that. And what else? But mainly I'm doing the same exact things, just with resistance bands. And then me and my parents went to lunch, and then we went to Lowe's and I got this beautiful begonia, I think that's how you say it, flower, because I'm gonna get a shepherd's hook and I'm gonna put flower on one side and a bird feeder on the other side. I had to get the shepherd's hook, well, I ordered off Amazon. And I ordered a little bird feeder that's shaped like a cat, and it's so cute, and I can't wait to show you all that whenever they come in. And then I also had to go to Hobby Lobby today, and I finally felt up to it, which was really cool because I haven't been feeling well. So the fact that I went to 2 stores is like immaculate for me. And I just had to get some vinyl and then yarn. Anyways, why am I suddenly like burning up? That's so weird. Yeah, it's late, so I'm about to get in bed and read. I'm currently reading The Blood Feeder because I finished Throne of Glass and I am unwell because it was so good and I'm so sad. But I started this by Christy R. Harrell. She's an indie author. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna read, relax. I've been watching NCIS with my parents. They're trying to catch up with me. So you can hear in the background, that's my parents watching TV. I was watching, because they were watching some episodes that I really liked, so I rewatched them with them. And yeah, that's kind of it. We are painting the studio tomorrow. So excited. Well, probably like my parents are probably gonna do a lot of it because I've been having like a lot of trouble with pain. So, and my parents are the sweetest, so they're gonna help me out with that. If they weren't helping me out with it, probably would not get done. But yeah, we're doing that tomorrow, I believe. Very excited. Can't wait to show you all that. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all the updates.
I ain't never felt a kind of love like this before. You took all the worries from my mind. Darling, please forgive me if I stay a little more. I can't look away from those brown eyes. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid.
So I painted the hoop blue, and I kind of wish it was a lighter blue, but we're just gonna go with it for now because I don't have anything lighter and I don't have any white to mix in with.
When a good thing comes along, darling, tell me all about the dreams you had last night. You can be
So this is what we have so far. It is looking good. I really like the color. So I'm excited to get it finished. Here are my little flowers that I was telling y'all about. Look how pretty they are. So it is currently a few days later, and I went and picked out my puppy on Monday, and it was the coolest experience ever. I didn't get to take any videos just because it was a very stressful time trying to decide which puppy I was going to be taking home or will be taking home. But I figured I would share the experience, and I do have pictures even though I didn't get videos. Also, please ignore how I look. It's like 10:30 at night right now, but this is when I feel finally good enough to be able to actually film this. But yeah, so we showed up to the breeder's home and they already had the puppies out. There were 3 male puppies that I could pick from, and they were all 3 yellow labs. When I got there, like I said, they already had them out, and I walked up to 2 of them and I was like, oh, like, hi babies, and I was like, you know, petting them and stuff. And I sat down because I was like crouched down at the moment. I was like, I will pass out if I keep sitting here like this. And hello, feed legs. Both puppies came up to me when I sat down, and then one, because there was another puppy, but he went over to say hello to my mom. And when I sat down, immediately one of them curled up in my lap and just stayed there. And the other 2 puppies went to say hello to my mom, and then one of them came back, and I was kind of like playing with him, and he laid down next to me, and literally the entire time, the one that originally sat in my lap did not move. We did bring Mama out for them to get some milk to see if they would kind of get moving around, because I was supposed to do a temperament test on them, which I didn't really do because at the time, they were only 5 weeks old. So it was kind of hard to do a temperament test. It was hard to keep them awake long enough. And yeah, and like immediately, like, he got up to see his mama, and then right after he was done, he came right back and sat with me again. I was going back and forth because he was the smallest of the 3 puppies. The biggest one had no interest in me whatsoever. He was with the breeder the entire time. which is fine. That was like one less for me to have to think about. So I was going back and forth between the puppy in my lap and the other puppy that was a little bit more playful, who was a little bit bigger. And bond-wise, I felt like I was really connecting with the puppy in my lap, but then I was like, there will be a 5-pound difference, and I was going back and forth, and I decided that I was gonna think about it overnight, just because I don't know, I wanted to make sure that I was making the right decision. But anyway, so I picked one puppy up, the one that wasn't sitting in my lap but still was coming around, picked him up, we were taking a picture with him, and then I put him down. I laid him down, and then I picked up the puppy that was in my lap, and I picked him up, and I was holding him, and I put him back down right next to his brother, and he turned around, and he put his head on my foot. And that is when I knew, and I told them, I was like, I am going to think about it, but I just knew that I was like, that's a sign. Like, he turned around, he put his head back on my foot, like he was attached to me the whole time. And I know one of the most important things about a service dog is the bond with their owner. I just felt like the bond was there. And if you're new here, if you've never been to one of my videos, I am a Christian, and I believe that God has had his hand in this entire journey. From the point of when I decided that it was time to get a service dog, I was able to find a trainer in my area, which was wild. I came across her in a Facebook group, and a long time ago, about a year ago, I'd looked into trainers and I could not find anybody near her. They're like, everybody was in Atlanta or farther away, and they also kind of required you to live in Atlanta, which I do not, obviously. And then suddenly I came across her, and she's well versed in EDS and POTS and training service dogs for those. And it was crazy that I found her. And then we were struggling to find a person who had labs, because that's what I decided on that I wanted to get as my first service dog. We were trying to find one who had a litter that would be good for service dog work. And suddenly we found this breeder, and then, oh my gosh, right after we found it, like 2 days before we found her, or their, what am I trying to say? The breeders. Before we found the breeders, this litter that I picked from was born. And usually a lot of times you have to wait for a whole litter to be born. And I didn't. They were already born, and also I was able to get first pick out of the boys, which was just crazy how it all fell into place. So I truly just believe that God has been like leading me down this journey. And then I was like, when I was going back and forth, I was like, because of the 5-pound difference and stuff, and we talked to the breeders about it, and we don't think it's going to be like that big of a difference anyways. But I was like, I feel like if God wanted me to have the bigger dog, he would have made that puppy sit in my lap. But the smallest puppy is the one that was like attached to me, and I just took that as a sign, because all 3 puppies had great personalities and pretty similar personalities. I would say the one that I picked is probably like the most mellow. I just felt like the Lord was like, this is the one that you need to take, because he, I don't know, like when he was sitting with me, and then when I put him down and he turned around and he put his little head on my foot, I was like, I was done right there. Anyways, yeah, so that's a little story, and I know I haven't talked in a few days on here. It's because I haven't been feeling well, because between the drive to the breeder and then me and my mom did go get some pet mice from a mouse breeder, and all in all, I was in that car for 9 hours within 2 days, and that just has taken it out of me. I have felt awful for a few days now, so that's why I haven't picked up the camera. But since I was feeling good enough, I wanted to go ahead and talk to y'all about this. That is where I am going to be ending this vlog, because I want to get this up for y'all. I'm hoping I can edit it tomorrow. And yeah, so anyways, thank you so much guys for watching. I'm sorry I didn't get any videos while I was there, but like I said, I was so nervous. Like, I couldn't even really be excited that morning because I was that nervous about having to pick the puppy. So anyways, but hopefully I will get some videos when we actually go pick him up, and just like other stuff that has to do with all that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye friends.